Hey everybody, Ryan here with Raise Lace. Today we're going to talk about the coaching staff, official coaching staff for 2026, as well on what can Jacob Melton be for this team. First, kind of want to just talk about the official coaching staff being released yesterday. Kevin Cash is obviously the manager. We saw Ozzie Timmons return for this season as well. And I think kind of the biggest addition is Corey Dickerson as the first base coach. And him being a former player, everybody loved him as a player in Tampa. He was a great hitter, and I feel like having him just in the clubhouse, in the dugout, having him at first base for when people get there, I think it's a great addition. I don't think anybody has any problem with that. I think it's an upgrade at the position, and I really do like it a lot. And as well, Will Bradley was promoted to the assistant hitting coach, in which he'll split time between Durham and Tampa Bay, with kind of his focus is mainly the men on the 40-man roster. And I kind of like the way that they're doing this. I haven't really seen too many teams do this, or at least I haven't heard about too many teams doing this. But he's going to be splitting time between Tampa Bay and Durham with the sole purpose of kind of just messing around with the 40-man roster. And he's kind of more of like a liaison to direct messaging between Tampa and Durham. And I kind of like that because if you have your assistant hitting coach for the big league team kind of just hanging out in Durham a little bit and you need guys that need to go up, you kind of have that direct line of like, yeah, I'm the big league hitting coach. I would like to see this guy on the big league roster right now. So I kind of like the way that they're kind of structuring that. I think it really is going to help, especially with how the Rays do with sending up and pulling up and sending down so many different players. So I do really like that. He was the minor league hitting coordinator in 2025, so he knows what he's doing. I do like how he's kind of splitting time, and I think it's going to be kind of a good addition, kind of to our coaching staff, and kind of see how things can go from there. But the main thing I kind of want to talk about today is, can Jacob Melton make a huge impact in 2026? And I personally think the answer is yes, because these are his percentile rankings in AAA from last season. His expected batting average or on base is 429, which is in the 100th percentile. His withstanding on batting average is 401, which is the 93rd percentile. Slugging 589, which is the 99th percentile. His average exit velocity was 92.6 miles an hour, which is in the 96th percentile. His hard hit percentage is 57.9%, which is in the 99th percentile. His barrel percentage is 17.9%, which is in the 98th percentile. His whiff percentage 20%, which is still in the 84th percentile. His strikeout percentage though about 20%, which is around the 70 percentile range, and his walk rate is 14.7%, which is in the 85th percentile. So, from a statistical standpoint, he is an insanely elite hitter. And yes, it is from AAA level. The difference between AAA and Major League Baseball, there is a difference. He is young, but just from a standpoint of what you're looking for in a hitter, and it's can you get on base and can you hit the ball out of the ballpark, and the hard hit percentage being that high. So 52% of the time that he hits the ball, it's a hard hit, and the whiff percentage is not necessarily too high, which is good because you see a lot of guys with high hard hit percentage and high whiff percentages, kind of like a John Carlos Stanton, where they're more than serviceable at the plate. Stanton's a fantastic hitter, but the whiff is what kind of just concerns people. And I think if you can keep the whiff percentage down from any player's perspective, that's a plus. But I do think for him being able to hit the ball hard, not swing and miss, and kind of be able to play good defense in the outfield, I think he could be a massive addition to the 40-man roster come this year, and I think that he could break camp on the big league team. I really do, and I think that just kind of with the current structure of our outfield already, as we have so many left-handed hitters in Simpson and Cedric Mullins and Lowe, I think there's a point to where some people could get lost in the shuffle, and I think that once you kind of see that what the three guys, regardless if they're left-handed or right-handed, and I know that Cash loves to do the matchups and he loves the left on right and the right on left, and you kind of have more options obviously for right-handed pitching, but I think you have to find at least two of them that can hit decently, have decent splits left on left as well. And I think any team in the world wants that, obviously. But I think kind of in our case, when you have so many left-handed hitting outfielders, you have to have two consistent guys out there in that room that can consistently hit left-handed pitching, that aren't going to put the team in a bind when you're facing Garrett Crochet in a divisional game. So I think from that perspective, I think Jacob Melton could be our guy. And obviously, Chandler Simpson gets on base at a tremendous rate. Just the power numbers are not there, and he's very subpar in the outfield. And so I think if we can get Jacob Melton to be consistent left on left and have good splits from both pitchers, both lefties and righties, I think that if he can keep the hard hit rate up, keep the whiff percentage down, kind of keep the strikeout percentage at or below that 20% mark, I don't think that there's a reason why he shouldn't play every single day. And I truly do mean that, because he's young, he's not getting paid anything. The club control for him, he's not even till arbitration levels yet. He's barely broke the big league roster in Houston. So you have so much control, and the numbers are there. The production at a big league level was there last season as well, in the small subframe that we got. So I mean, personally, I just don't think there's any reason why he shouldn't be on the opening day roster, and I really do believe that he could be a great addition to this lineup, and to have him consistently in the lineup if he's producing at kind of the levels that we saw him produce at in AAA last season. So it's going to be kind of interesting to kind of see how Cash decides to use him, and if he does decide to use him early on in the season. But in my personal opinion, I don't think there's a reason why he shouldn't. So you guys let me know what you guys think about Jacob Melton, as well as kind of the coaching staff updates, and you guys have a great one.